sou favela, mas meu coração se apaixonou por essa Cinderela. Ela é da zona sul, loirinha de olho azul, e o impasse é upa. 나를 보면 지난 익숙해 마치 너 달콤한.
Good day, everyone. Today, I would like to share a case involving Bella, a part-time student entrepreneur at Uitm Cawangan, Sarawak, campus Samarahan 2. Besides studying, Bella runs a small online aesthetic cafe. To improve her business, she ordered 20 premium heat-resistant borosilicate glass pitchers from Crystal Clear Supply, a well-known wholesale kitchenware supplier. She chose these pitchers based on the product description and photos shown in the supplier's online catalogue. Since they were advertised as heat-resistant, Bella believed they would be perfect for serving hot tea to her customers. When the shipment arrived, everything looked fine. The pitchers matched the catalogue photos and appeared to be in good condition. However, the real problem only appeared when Bella used them for the first time. As she poured hot water into 5 of the pitchers, they suddenly cracked due to a hidden defect in the glass tempering process. The hot water spilled everywhere, damaged her cafe countertop, and forced her to cancel several customer orders. Bella immediately contacted Crystal Clear Supply to reject the entire batch and requested a full refund. However, the supplier refused. They argued that Bella should have tested the durability of the pitchers more carefully before using them. So, who is legally responsible? Under Section 16(1)(b) of the Sale of Goods Act 1957, goods sold by description from a seller who normally deals with such goods must be of merchantable quality. This means the goods must be fit for their ordinary purpose and free from hidden defects. A similar principle can be seen in the case of Grant Firth Australian Knitting Mills Limited. In that case, the buyer suffered because of a hidden defect that could not have been discovered through a normal inspection. The court decided that the goods were not of merchantable quality, and the buyer had the right to claim against the seller. In Bella's situation, she only carried out a normal visual inspection when the pitchers arrived and they appeared to be perfect. The defect was hidden and only became apparent during normal use, which was pouring hot water into heat-resistant pitchers. Therefore, Bella could not reasonably have discovered the defect before using them. As a result, Crystal Clear Supply has breached the implied condition under Section 16(1)(b), because the pitchers were not of merchantable quality. Bella has the legal right to reject the defective goods, demand a full refund, and seek compensation for the losses she suffered, including the damage to her countertop and the cancelled customer orders. In conclusion, this case reminds both buyers and sellers that products must not only look good, but must also perform as promised. When hidden defects make goods unfit for their normal purpose, the law protects the buyer under the Sale of Goods Act 1957. Thank you.
Title: The Tale of the Deceptive iPad Setting, a Serene Study Room at Uitm Sarawak. Characters: Zafan, a nervous AM 110 diploma student eager for a top-tier iPad Pro to assist with his studies. Kyril, an upset fellow student who has been wronged and seeks to reclaim his stolen iPad. Legal advisor, a composed, knowledgeable law student ready to clarify the Sale of Goods Act 1957. Scene begins. Zafuan sits at a table, anxiously drumming his fingers next to an iPad Pro. Kyril storms in, visibly upset, pointing at the device. Kyril, resolute: Zafuan, I'm not here to stir up trouble. That iPad Pro belongs to me. Check the scratch on the corner. Ryan scammed me with a fake bank receipt. He didn't own it, so he had no right to sell it. I want it back now. Zafan, defensive and uneasy. Kyril, hold on. I wasn't aware of any issues. I found Ryan's ad, met him, paid in full cash, and took it home. I used my savings. You can't just take it from me. The legal advisor walks in, holding the Sale of Goods Act 1957, and sits between them. Legal advisor: all right, let's take a breath and analyze this. Kyril, your point refers to a fundamental property law principle. Nemo dat quod non habet, no one can transfer ownership they don't possess. This is in Section 27 of the Sale of Goods Act 1957. Kyril: exactly. Ryan committed fraud. He had no legal claim, thus couldn't transfer ownership to Zefuin. Legal advisor, gently shaking their head, not entirely, Kyril. Fraud renders a contract voidable, not void initially. According to the Contracts Act, your agreement with Ryan was valid until you chose to cancel it. When did you act to void it? Kyril: a week later. As soon as I knew money wasn't in my account. By then, Ryan had blocked me and vanished. Legal advisor: and that's the key reason Zefuin keeps the iPad. Zefuin, looking relieved: seriously? Why's that? Legal advisor: because of Section 29 of the Sale of Goods Act 1957. It addresses sales by someone with a voidable title. Since you hadn't cancelled the contract at the moment Ryan sold it, he held a temporary, voidable ownership. If someone buys from a seller like Ryan, they gain valid ownership under two conditions. First, Zefuin, did you purchase it in good faith? Zefuin: absolutely. I truly believed it was a legitimate sale. Legal advisor: second, were you aware or suspicious that Ryan had scammed anyone? Zefuin: not at all. I paid a fair market price in cash. Legal advisor, turning to Kyril: there it is. Zefuin qualifies as a bona fide purchaser for value without notice. Because he bought the iPad before you rescinded the contract, ownership successfully shifted to him. Kyril sighs, feeling frustrated yet understanding. So, I can't legally reclaim the iPad from Zefuin? Legal advisor: legally, no. Zefuin holds solid ownership, which invalidates your claim. Your next step isn't against him. You must file a police report against Ryan for fraud and seek damages if he is caught. Zefuin lets out a deep breath. Thank goodness for SOGA 1957.